Let's talk briefly about how the organization and the organization's goals can impact the operation. So let's say your supply chain and you're in your office and a company objective comes out that says we want to reduce our cost of goods sold by X number of cents per unit. And you happen to be the purchaser of things like corrugate and packaging supplies. And you figure out how to negotiate a 1 penny savings per unit. Let's take a look at that a little, okay? So we've got a fictitious line here, and we're just going to say that this particular line can produce at a rate of 100 a minute, just so we use round numbers. So this line produces 100 a minute in terms of units. That's 6,000 units in an hour. That's 144,000 units in a 24-hour day. And if we operate 350 days a year, it's 50,400,000 units produced in a year. Now, let's say this penny savings goes across the $1 profit margin that we make per unit. So we make 50,400,000 annually from this particular line. We do a 1 penny savings on the corrugate. That means $504,000 right back to the organization. That's fantastic. I mean, I'm cheering. I'm supply chain. I'm jumping up and down screaming, I did a great thing. And you did. However, if out in the plant, what that means is every hour we have one box jam because we're getting substandard corrugate, and that box jam lasts 2 minutes. So think about this. Every hour a box jams and it takes only 2 minutes to rectify. It doesn't sound like it impacts the organization very much. And what happens is exactly this every day all over industry. So let's take a real look at what 2 minutes an hour is costing the organization. At 2 minutes an hour, that's 48 minutes in a day. That's 4,800 units in a day. That's $1.68 million because we were at about $1 a unit, right? Actually, it would be at $1 and a penny now, so bear with me. So in order to save $504,000 in our cost of goods sold, we impacted our profitability by 1.7 million. That doesn't sound right, right? So organizational objectives around reducing costs are not the same as being effective. And if the organization lacks an understanding in how they impact the actual operation, decisions can happen without realizing what that means to the plant floor. And so organizational objectives, and more importantly, how a person's role impacts asset management, reliability, and operational performance can have a significant impact in the organization.